Welcome to Mobile Electronic Diagnostic Best Car Fixes. Today we have a 2013 C300, actually 2008 to 2015, almost 16, not 16 but 15. Most of them they use a steering lock control module, which is something like this, or they call it ELV. The function of this one here, it has something here like a knife, and anytime you take the key out of the ignition, you take the key out of the ignition here, this is the ignition switch, you take the key out, this one here, it will come out to lock the steering from turning. Not a lot of cars nowadays they have it, but it's the processing of anti-theft and immobilizing the car so that the car will not move or the steering column will be locked. The place where this thing is sit is all the way down in behind the steering column. If it go bad, you have to turn the steering column, take the steering column out, especially if it's go into lock position, which means that if it's go into lock position, this screw will not go inside, and you must take the whole steering column out in order for you to cut this screw and change it with the new one. This is repairable. Sometimes they take it, have a motor here that is spin to unlock, and it's just like a door lock on a house or door lock in a car. If this thing doesn't go back to unlock, the ignition switch will not turn on. That means they are in a connection together with this one. When this one go back, you have to get one from the dealer, and then it's come with something called green key. A green key like a software. You have to stick it in here. It will activate this one, program it, and your car will start. Okay, we are talking about CE or all the car that using this module. That means if your car have this one, this procedure will go with it. Now, when this go bad, you have to go to the dealer, replace it, take it out, put another one, and it may cost you, I'm not sure, but maybe 1,000, 1,500, 1,600. It depends. Taking the steering column out, the sensor, putting it, program it, all this one. They come out with something called emulator. Emulator is something like this, and this one here, when you put it in, you have to program it. It have a procedure of programming. There is a lot of tools outside there to do this one here. I'm choosing today the MP Pro. It's a company that have this sign, you see, MP Pro. With this one here, there is a different way for each company. So what we are going to do is we are going to read the ignition data and get the password and to go and write it back here. And this one will work as if it's this one, and everything will be okay. So now our first job is to get the tools. You can open this one here and solder the wire directly, or you can open it. Some people, they can connect wire. Some tools, you connect wire here and they read it. For you, for this tools here is different. You can connect, as I tell you, directly, or you can use something called click and go. Some people, they make a diagram like this. When you push it into the circuit board from the bottom, you will be able to read it, and it have pins, and those pins will stick into some diagrams and some of them here, and it will make it easy for us to read. So the first thing we have to do is we have to have our laptop with the software that we are going to use. If you are using Hotel Max 608, also it has its own way. Now, I am using my OBD2. This is like considered a car. Now I'm gonna use this piece because I have to use my two hands now. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this one. Like if it's still the piece is still in the car, you can use this. If you don't want to take the ignition switch out, you can use this one. You put it into the OBD2, and then it will read this one for you. And then you're gonna use a password and token to calculate the password. Then you go to the next level. Now, I don't have that car here, so I'm going to put this one here. This piece here will work with the Bluetooth. If your laptop have a Bluetooth, okay. If it's not, get a Bluetooth stick that can enable the platform or the software that you use it to read the signal from here, and it use this wire. Consider that like this thing is in a car, like reading the OBD2 from the car. Then we are going to read the information, and then we're going to execute a calculation. There is a way of doing it with the key available, and there is a way you're doing it all kilos. We have a key that we have a working key. So it's different from you have a working key or you do not have a working key. So let's go ahead now, and I have a battery booster in the bottom to get my power and ground to energize these tools. We need to energize this one also because we're going to consider this like ELV, like in a car later on. So now let's go ahead and read this. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to take this one and I will try to open it. Okay, you're going to put this piece here, move it all the way here. Those are like try out, but I use it for this one. It make it easy for me. I'm going to use this one here too. One is jump, but I have more than one. Okay, where's the other one? I'm gonna put this one here. Be sure don't damage the circuit board. Please just be careful. Take your time. Sometimes you can move this one. Okay, we'll come here. You see, as soon as I come here, start going out. Okay, I will take this one too. Yes, follow me now. Take your time and do it the right way. Don't cut your finger. You can use anything that's sharper enough. Okay, now here, I'm going to use my click and go. Those are sets that are available complete. I'm going to put this one here. Set it up good. And then come in. If it's not okay, be sure that they're all in. Have to be sure that everything is in. Have to be sure everything is in. I'm coming back. So I push this one here till I feel click. You see, try to be patient till everything become good. So now here you have to do nothing. This one is done. Now we have the connector that from here all the way to here. See, this is the connector, and this here, and we have power going to the battery. So we connect this one like now, the connection like it is in a car. This is our OBD2. Because we don't have a cable going to the scanner, we're gonna go through the programmer, through the Bluetooth into the laptop. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to connect our MBKey proc. It have a dongle because people can copy it and it's work, so the owner protect his stuff. that one. Now I'm gonna turn this one here. What I'm gonna do is I will click on MBProp, which is close this one here. All this file is for a different software. They can update it from time to time. You can buy the license. If you want, I can give you a link where you can buy this program, and they have a very good support. Okay, I'm gonna take this one here. I'm gonna go to, let me use my screen recorder. So I'm gonna record this. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to MBKey, and I will open this one, BJ. Double click on BJ. It's gonna open. You see here, it's open. So here you don't need nothing. Just say read EIS reading. EIS reading. You jump down. It doesn't read anything. You know why? Because I did not turn the power on. So what I'm gonna do is I will turn my power on first. When I turn my power on, now I'm gonna have this also turn on. It's blinking, but this is a Bluetooth. It's looking for the program. So as soon as I open this, the first thing you need to do is go here on setting. Try to connect the Bluetooth. First, look at your account. Your account is supposed to have your username, password, but be sure that also you have save it. And if you need to get Bluetooth here, so discover your Bluetooth. You're gonna wait. It will look for the Bluetooth. You're gonna populate here. Now click on it. And what you're gonna do is save it. Now we are connected. Now go in the corner and say read. In the bottom here, read EIS. Now he will read the EIS for you. We are reading the ignition switch. Start dike unit. Yes. Coming. So now we know that we have a file. Your file number, your file is your key ID. You see this file is going to create file on this 308F8 because you need a password. You see the odometer, the VIN number is here, the type of the ignition switch, what kind of type. So now our job is here done. Now we're going to say calculate. We need a password. Oh, something happened. I touched it by mistake. You're going to read again. No problem. We're going to read. Okay. But we need this password. You see, these numbers, we're looking for this number. So what you need to do is come back here and then calculate data. When you say calculate, collect data, yeah. Click on collect data. I need to collect data to generate what? You see here, ask me, do you have at least one working key? I say yes. If you say yes, he will open different page. If you say no, it will open different page. So let me see what I say no, what's it gonna say. You know, he give you another way of connecting this piece here, and you're gonna dip it here and take it out, and it will activate countdown to get you the password. But forget about this one. I gotta go back. I will calculate data. I will say collect data. He asks you, do you have a key? I will say yes. Now here, you're gonna put the key here, and you ask to prepare, and then it will start calculating. I need to get the password. That's more important. So let me get the key first for the car. This is the key for the car. Now, if you need to know if the key is good or not, you have this tester. They call it MBKey Tester. It's specialized for BMW, Mercedes-Benz key. So you're gonna put the key here and then click discover. You see, it give you the key ID AE 8B 8F30. Maybe you have to read it 03F or something, but you have it. If you push this button, it will write frequency. You see, write frequency. So the key is good. You're gonna see the key ID here must correspond to the key that is here. So now you're gonna do prepare. You put the key here, connect, okay, prepare. By the way, the EIS function is done. We already read it, so we are going to another one. Prepare, you're gonna see the key ID. Gonna come right now. Read okay, retrieve. You see now the same key ID that we have it before on that machine. You see 308F 308F. You know, you read from the left to the right. There's a binary reading different. So now we already have it. Now we start calculating. The calculation is calculated within 300 seconds. So we're gonna say we need to calculate it. Every company have their own way. So now I'm collecting data, I'm calculating it. If I get the password gonna be populated here. Also on the EZS, you remember, it's empty. So we keep calculating, counting down from 300 seconds all the way to what? To 0 seconds. If I get the password, okay, be sure you have a good internet. Be sure you have a token. If you don't have a token, I forget to show you where you can get the token, but if you go here on setting or in request, you will get something like called token when you open BJ first time. So now, and here also maybe a place where you can read, write keys, but that's a different platform, different page. So now I'm just gonna show you that we just passed 100 seconds and we are going down. You will not get the password just in 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Sometimes you can go 5, 6, 7 10 times, then you get the password. This is the first step. Read the ignition data, calculate the password, and after that you have another job to do, to go through a different step to get the password, calculate the password again, get the hash. You're gonna go to calculating the hash, getting another password, then you're gonna put this emulator, unlock it, write it, and you're good to go. You see here, it's keep communicating, but I believe we don't need this. As soon as I get the password, it will save it, it will create a file, and the file is going to be 308F8BAE, and from that way we can retrieve our password, and then we can do other work. Thank you for watching Mobile Electronic Diagnostic. Please consider this is the first video of this is the first part 1, and we will come back again to part 2. This is Muhammad Harun Idris. Thank you.